Okay, this is Kevin, and I have a update on the vehicular attack, you might say, that occurred earlier today in Virginia. The person charged is named Alex James Field, or James Alex Field, sorry. And I've been waiting for this information for most of the day, but I finally came across some images. Somebody was able to dig it up. He was absolutely at that neo-Nazi rally. And as such, it's looking less and less that the charge should be second degree, but first degree. This wasn't heat of the moment. This wasn't somebody caught in the traffic, in a crowd of people fearing for his life that somebody was going to pull him out of his car, and harm him. He most likely, very likely, and most of the video evidence suggests that this was the case, that he purposefully ran the people down. Now, here's his picture on the left, and there he is right there on the right in this other picture. He was at the rallies. He apparently is with some neo-Nazi organization called Vanguard America. Based on that, the information suggests that he should, one, be charged with a terroristic attack. It should be first-degree murder. And the Department of Justice should ensure that that occurs, though it happened in Virginia, so I would imagine state courts would take over there. But one way or another, he should be charged with first-degree murder, not second-degree murder. This is not second-degree murder at all. This should be first-degree, period. End of story. I don't see how anybody could argue differently on this, but I realize some people probably will. Now, all that being said, we have a situation here where the media, and particularly those on the left, want to equivocate and excuse the role Antifa and the social justice warrior movements and Black Lives Matter have played in getting this situation to this point. What we have going on in this country is one group is pushing identity politics, and in response, we've got a second group who's embracing it as well. These neo-Nazi types explicitly said that they're trying to get the Republican Party to be an all-white party. That's not going to happen. These fucksticks can just give that idea up. I don't know any Republican really who embraces these ideas and these concepts, so it's quite ridiculous to even suggest that that's going to occur. But at the same time, we need to have the same. If every white person must go out and condemn this act, then every brown person or every left-winger should condemn the execution of five police officers. One of them, at least, was black, who were killed in Dallas less than a year ago. Well, no, I think actually it was a little bit over a year ago. The point being, the same level of condemnation that is being foisted upon a whole group of people because of the acts of these dumbasses is in of itself racist. Not all white people are responsible for what happened. In fact, most white people are not responsible for what happened. Just as most black people aren't responsible for the actions of a few black criminals, just as most Hispanic people aren't responsible for the actions of some Hispanics. But the fact is, the media plays a role in focusing on one group, but not on the other. After that kid went in and shot up that church, what was his name? Root? Whatever. Everybody was, if you're white, you had to condemn this. Well, I condemn it irrespective of my skin color, and everybody should condemn all the violence, whether it's Antifa, whether it's the neo-Nazis, whether it's social justice warriors accosting Brett Weinstein, a seasoned professor who has always been on the left. It doesn't matter what side you're on. If you engage in violence, you are wrong. Period. There's no arguments in that. If you're going to argue that point, then there's something wrong with you. And I've encountered this all day long. You'll have people on the left demanding over and over again that Trump's got to, say this or say that. He's got to condemn the violence in a certain way. And that's, you condemn the violence. I condemn it on all sides. And that's the problem, is that nobody's condemning the left-wing side, but everybody, particularly white people, must condemn the right-wing side. No, it doesn't work that way. Everybody is in the wrong. The Antifa people are in the wrong. The social justice warriors are in the wrong. Black Lives Matter is in the wrong. The neo-Nazi fuckhead, skinhead, racist sons of bitches, they are in the wrong. The sad thing is that this is going to escalate, and it's obvious this is going to escalate. The next thing we know, we're going to have some people on the other side kill some white people in retribution or whatever, and it's just going to keep on getting worse and worse. And that's my biggest fear right there, until quote unquote the rational people condemn all sides and say none of this is acceptable. Then one side is going to think that it's okay to engage in violence. As long as you're punching a Nazi, it's okay. But it's not. Violence begets violence. And each act only escalates the situation. It's time for the adults to step in and say, enough. All of you, all you children out there, and you're literally children. You know, this James Alex, whatever his fucking name is, one, he should get the death penalty. He should. But he's just a 20-year-old. The people who are in Antifa and doing all this violence and vandalism and their assaults, they're in their 20s as well. But it's adults who are either, one, not standing up and saying, hey, you all are wrong, you need to stop it. Or it's adults actually egging them on. Now, I didn't vote for Trump. I don't like Trump. I don't like Clinton either. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. But I'm not going to demand he actually condemn one side and not the other. He's condemning both sides, and that's the way it should be. Both sides are wrong, and both sides are leading one to the other. But don't put the cart before the horse either. In this political season, who was it who first engaged in violence? Who was it who first went to other people's campaigns and rallies and assaulted participants at those rallies? Who is it who's going to speeches of people and trying to shut them down with violence and threats and intimidation? Until you see an equal condemnation of all of this, this is only going to get worse. And I don't relish this idea. I really don't. Frankly, it scares me. Not in a immediate sense, but in a national identity, a national unity type of sense. It feels like we're just going to sit here and devolve further and further until everybody's in their own little tribe and we're engaged in warfare against each other, much like how Yugoslavia devolved after it broke up. And I don't want that to happen to my country. But yeah. Buckstick, James Alex Field. You're a fucking dumbass. All of you white supremacists, you're assholes. You're fucking idiots. You're not even, you're un-American fucksticks. Personally, I hate you all. But BLM, Antifa, social justice warriors, I hate you guys too. I don't hate anybody personally, but these movements, these identity movements on both sides are wrong. Completely and utterly wrong. Enough. All right. That's it. Bye.